Prepare yourself.
How about a magic trick? I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. It's gone. Oh.
I'll be right there, Commissioner. The bat pulse.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
That's what I talk about!
Over my dead body.
Yes,
I bet you have.
Behold, my stuff.
Yo, check it out. And this out.
No, the sound. No.
Can you hear me? Are you done already? Yeah. Now, every time we change something, he can't hear anything. So this is going to be fun. Let me tell you. But no, check it out.
Sure.
He's back.
Why would the sound work ever?
Just proving how professional we really are on this show. I love it. I love it. What's going on, everybody? Check it out. Batman Part 2. I guess we can call this the Bat Interview. An evening with Professor Finger. I thought that was great. I actually got to talk to Athena for a few minutes before the show started. I'm good. I can go.
I cannot wait. This is going to be so fun.
Right. If you guys got questions, let us know. We'll do our best.
I have questions. You have questions. Let's get to it and check this out.
Check her out. Check it out. It's Athena Finger, everybody. Wait.
Hello.
This was the button.
Nice.
But yeah, guys, here we are. Let's do this thing, right? How you doing, Athena?
I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself?
Oh, living the dream.
It's just another day in paradise, as they say in Florida.
Believe it. Yeah, I found out Athena actually is a neighbor.
Floridians.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
About an hour's drive.
Wow.
Not even 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Athena's already letting you know at the speed she drives, 30, maybe 20, depending on the day. Or depending on the
I have a heavy foot. What can I say?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I
drive it
in
like
Massachusetts, so you have to be aggressive driving in Massachusetts, okay?
Oh, that's a fact. I'm a northeastern guy in Canada. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You take
my man Woody's from Rhode Island, so yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
But Mudhorn nailed it. Welcome to the Nut House. Warden's have long since departed. He knows us well.
The inmates run the asylum here.
Is it true that Batman holds a coupon for a buy one get one free local orphan?
I feel like he's had a lot of sidekicks.
Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Through them. Come on. They get too old.
Somebody Customs, what's up, brother?
That's great.
Woody, hang on tight, brother. This is going to be a fun ride.
It's a great ride.
But yeah, gosh, you know what? I get in trouble because I have too many slides.
Visuals are good though.
Visuals are good.
Right.
They help a lesson move right along.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
And so does structure, Shane. Structure.
Right. Yeah. See, I may or may not have done too much before everybody got here. So just gonna go with it and see what happens.
We're here to guide you. We're here to guide you.
Right. So this is your grandfather.
That is my grandfather. That's the more famous photo of him. As he
Right. It was so good they colored it. I mean,
yeah.
What year would this be? Do you know? Circa 19
Probably in the late I don't know, maybe in the 60s.
60s? Okay.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
so I mean, he did get to experience Batmania. I mean,
With
Probably-
Adam West, yeah, with the TV series. I mean, he wrote
Right.
an episode for the series as well. So he did get to
Yeah.
participate in another, I don't know, rendition of the character other than just in the comics. So that's kind of cool, right?
yeah. I mean, and this is your grandfather as well, right?
Yes.
All right. I found that on your. If you guys don't know, Athena's got a great Instagram page. It's full of just awesome stuff.
Thank you. I
That's
try to put a lot of my artwork up there so that if, because I also paint. So
I probably blew up your messages because I went through it and I was like, I just started liking things and I got like 3/4 of the way through it and I was like, oh man, that like every time I like one, it sends a message. You like this thing.
it's okay. You're not the only one that does it because other people do the same thing. And then, I'll tell them to pick a picture from the site if they want to use pictures for anything too. So
Right.
it's all good. You're not weird, I promise.
Wow. You may be weird. but
You're the
not
only
wrong.
one that says that, so I'll take it. I'll take it. So this, all right. So just to let you know where I stand when I say this, that son of a bitch, Bob Kane drew this piece of garbage, and from that, we got this guy. So I'm not saying that his version of Batman wouldn't have lasted 85 years.
I don't think so.
I think it would have been done before the 50s.
So let's level set for a
Do you
moment.
think it would
Just
actually make it that long? Sorry.
I don't know, but maybe somebody else doesn't know in the audience either. So Athena,
Yes.
your grandfather, the legendary Bill Finger, is known as
The co-creator of Batman, original writer, made the concept of what you see on the screen as far as what he looks now with the dark colored scheme and the cowl and the scout cape and all the cool gadgets and all that stuff.
The Case of the Chemical Syndicate, his first story with the bat.
The artwork was swiped and the story was swiped.
And so he was an artist and an author that worked in a comic book house when he was discovered by Bob Kane, or how did that relationship become a relationship?
Well, they went to the same high school. My grandfather was a little older than him in the Bronx. And they had some mutual friends and they met at a party after I believe they had both graduated at that point. And at the time, Bill was selling shoes and not doing what he wanted to do and not doing what his parents wanted him to do. And Bob had already established a little studio in his parents' apartment and offered Bill an opportunity to write stories since that's what he really wanted to do.
There you go.
Now we got to remember this is in the 30s in New York during the Depression. This
Right.
was not
And the
easy
war.
time. And the war. Yeah, just not a great lot going on.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So now, so he graduates, he meets him. So who goes into the comic industry first?
Bob Kane already had, like I said, a studio set up where he was doing a few little strips. I think the more known one would be Rusty and Pals, which I think was a boy and his dog or something like that. And he had a couple other ones. So he had already got himself kind of going, and then, obviously saw that there was something with my grandfather and gave him a chance to start writing some of his stories for these established comics that he already had. So Bob was the first and brought Bill into it.
Oh, yeah, and he's like Albert Einstein. He took everybody's idea, took them for himself. I mean, these guys got paid, but on the back end there was nothing. Like, it's just
There was
absolute credit. Did I get the right one?
I've never seen that before.
Okay.
That's not him.
Okay.
I don't.
We'll get past it. Because I know for the longest
he
time.
doesn't have a grave.
Yeah,
His ashes were spread in the ocean.
Okay.
Were they? Okay. I thought it was something else. But okay. No, that's where my mom's ashes are. So at least we got to do it though. But this picture says it.
When I saw that, I was just so insulted by it. I was just like, wow, the ego
Takes a lot of stones.
Comes through the grave.
Takes a lot of stones to do what he did. I mean,
it really does. And it's really so sad that he made himself the villain.
Even after, all the time that went by. I mean, your grandfather died in 74?
74.
Yeah, so I mean, there was so much time to make amends. And I've listened to a bunch of interviews with Jim Steranko. Have you ever got to meet him?
I did. The man made me cry.
Oh. I bet you had some great stories.
He told me about slapping Bob Kane, of course. I've heard the story about that. But no, when I went over and introduced myself to him, he made a point to tell me that, I just want to let you know that I would take your grandfather out to eat once a week just to make sure that he was eating.
Yeah, he said he would slip him $60, $80 at a time, because he wasn't there all the time in New York. But that's the way the real creators used to treat each other back then,
Yeah, they had each other's backs. They understood the struggle because they were all screwed.
Oh, yeah.
They were all screwed. There were only a handful that really got anything out of it.
Yeah, even Jack Kirby, all the work that he did, he got nothing until recently.
So at this
Kirby case helped my case.
Do what?
I said the Kirby case helped my case because the Kirby case got resolved before my case.
Okay.
So the court started to recognize kind of the unsung heroes and maybe for lack of a better term, stolen.
Oh, look, it's my shirt.
Stolen valor. Yeah. So now
I love it.
They're both in New York. They're both working. And now this relationship is going until approximately when? At which point are they kind of departing or parting ways? What's the zenith of that relationship here? Because he directed of the show, so they still together in the 60s, I imagine.
No.
Okay.
No. They split like in the 40s.
Yeah, that was early on.
Yeah, it was. They only worked together for, I want to say, less than 5 years. I'm guessing. I don't know exact dates here. I'm sorry. No. But like first of all, Bob Kane wasn't drawing anything.
Okay.
And if he was, Jerry Robinson or whoever else was doing the ghost artwork was correcting everything.
Yeah,
because he was
that's
a horrible
another
artist.
that's
And
another great interview is Stan with Bob Kane talking about Jerry, and even all the stuff that Stan had pulled throughout the years. Like he actually got on Bob Kane. He's like, no, that's not how that went.
yeah, whatever. I mean, he really
Yeah,
just was full of
ghost
his ego.
artists and all that. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
it's
So,
crazy when you go back and think about it.
yeah, for sure. So, I mean, I believe, was only drawing Batman, I think, for the first year. And then he really just pushed it on to everybody else and just kept his name on it. And then from there, Bill went directly to National to go work in the bullpen over there.
So then do you okay, so it sounds to me like maybe that's part of the contribution, right? So here's a guy, because time hides hides a lot of history. And so here's a guy who years later is saying, I created this, I created that, and everybody who could say something is long kind of in the shadows of this name. Probably
Well,
contributed.
it was 1965. Joey Betts did a Batcave companion, like a fanzine.
Yeah.
And Bill was invited in 1965 to go to New York City Comic Con. And there was the title of it was If the Truth Be Told, A Finger in Every Pot. And it was all about everything that Bill had done, created, co-created. Like Jerry knew his stuff at the time, and he went, talked to everybody. And then Bob Kane wrote a letter after that. It just like he couldn't even let your grandfather have a minute at a Comic-Con, for God's sakes.
No, he couldn't. And he accused him of lying and all this other stuff, and how he did everything himself and just had to reinforce the lie that he had to hold on to, because that's what he had been telling himself and everybody else for so long.
No, it's really the only thing the guy really had, too. I mean, I find that sad that the one thing that he had, it wasn't his.
It really wasn't. I mean, he had the initial concept, and I'll never take that away from him, because without the initial concept, Bill would have nothing to build off of and morph into what we have, almost a century later. Come on.
I mean, they're still putting out Golden Age Batman stuff to this day.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
So now your father's growing up with this legacy, and what's that dynamic like in the household, growing up with your grandfather, knowing at that time and looking around and seeing the Batman of the 60s and seeing everybody go back crazy, and knowing that his dad had a hand in this. Now you, at this point, are you an infant? Are you not?
I never met my grandfather. I was born after he passed away.
Okay. So then what were the stories your dad would tell? How frustrating was that for your father growing up?
I mean, it was frustrating for him because he tried to get it resolved and kept hitting a wall. And
it's like he tried the hardest, didn't he? Like
he did. I mean, not only that,
like
I mean,
he was banging on the
well, he was, but Bill's second wife also did, write to Warner Brothers when the '89 movie came out and be like, come on, you should really give Bill some acknowledgement,
I heard they were ready to do it, but like Burton was ready to do it, I guess.
Yeah,
Not
and they
so much Warner
do
Brothers
it because of whatever stupid agreement that they've been holding on to for so long. So that's why they didn't do it. They were like, no, we can't do that. It's not who he is. We can't say that.
It's incredible. Do you follow the comics at all?
No, I mean a little bit. I've got a couple of the special ones, like the big controversy one where his penis was showing. I have a copy.
Oh, Batman the Damn #1. Yeah, that was.
Yes, I got my hands on one of those.
It's a good story besides
what now?
the Bad Dog.
Oh yeah, it is. And I actually met the artist who did that series.
Oh, really?
The Joker, the first Joker movie. He was
You
really
met
nice
him at
guy.
the premiere, didn't you? That's another thing. I mean, I'm sure they don't fly you to those though, right? You have to pay your own
No,
way to
I
get.
got to pay for everything to get out there. But I mean, whatever. It's still, I mean, I got to make my face seen and known for these things. It's really important. And that's why I still go out to conventions and do the podcast stuff. I mean, not everybody knows the true history, and it's, it's too bad that they don't know. So,
Right. Yeah. It's weird because I've always, like, my dad's a huge Batman fan. So, like, I grew up watching 66, any Batman cartoon, I was on it. But
yeah, Super Friends
I always knew
in
there
the
was.
late 70s. I
Right.
watched that all the time. Reruns of the 60s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all that
Constantly.
stuff.
Batmite was my daughter's second stuffed animal was Batman.
Oh, that's awesome.
I gave her a blue Max Rebo, blue elephant. You should have seen that at the hospital.
Oh.
It was a mess. I took a little window cling of Spider-Man and stuck it on there, and they thought it was a permanent sticker, and I got yelled at for that. I never really grew up.
Troublemaker.
So how was, if I may ask, how was your grandfather? What was his relationship with Batman after he was done? Was he happy to just walk away from it? Because for him, it was like a 4 or 5 year period. He had other endeavors that he followed.
Oh no, he wrote for Batman for 25 years. He wrote for Batman for 25 years.
For 25 there. Okay, so it was 25 years as a writer.
Yeah, like he didn't stop writing.
Okay.
He
He was part of the bullpen at DC
Okay.
and over at what is now Marvel. I mean, he wrote for anyone and everyone. He was an artist. You know what that means?
Yeah.
In most contexts, artists do not have money, nor do they have the attention to understand how to even get money for what they're doing. And he was consumed by his creations and storytelling. So
yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah.
it's a sad truth, but that's really what it was. And he towards the end of his life, he was writing for DC still, but he was also writing for the military, and he was writing, for TV shows, and he wrote a couple movies, and he was writing for radio, and he was just taking jobs wherever he could.
His movies are on Mystery Science Theater 3000, so just you can actually check them out. That's great.
Yeah.
I have some interesting trivia facts about the Green Slime movie.
Awesome. Now, I know I've seen it because it's on Mystery Science Theater, but for the life of me, I can't. I'm going to have to go back and actually watch it now.
Well, Green Slime was supposed to be their pilot, but then it ended up being something else.
Oh, okay.
Which is, again, like, how crazy is that? Another first for a first? Right? Because Bill did a lot of first things. He jumped around a lot, not just within the same company, cross companies. He also wrote for his character who came off the comics and into the TV screen, which no other comic writer had done that. He moved on to writing screenplays. Like, he was the first one to be a professional panel at a convention. Like, there were a lot of things that he was like, I like to call him like one of the founding fathers of this genre, because there were a few of them. He wasn't the only one, but he did a lot of the first things that came up. And so with that small group of creators and writers and artists that were part of that first group of people that were showing what we have now in abundance.
Oh, for real. Yeah,
with the conventions and panels and meeting all the people and hearing all the stories and talking to the creators and the people who are, currently working on these titles and things like that. So
what a legacy. What a contribution, right? Like you say. And so now you make it your mission, of course, to make sure that everybody knows about this contribution, because for years it was obscured by, is it Warner? Like, well, we don't want to get, and I know there's there's NDAs and all that, but it was obscured by other powers and parties that basically were telling a much different version of reality.
Well, I mean, they held on to their agreement that they had originally with Bob Kane when he first brought the character, so that's what they held on to, and they didn't. It wasn't on them to provide any information. Like the burden of proof goes on the person who's filing the claim. So,
Right.
you know, but I mean, there were a lot of good things that happened, like his autobiography, Bob Kane's, admitted a lot of the stuff thanks to Tom Andrea, who made Bob Kane tell the truth for the most part. So with those kinds of admissions, yes, it was a fight, but having those things documented made it a little smoother. And, you know, this is the reality of the situation. Now let's just talk about what needs to be talked about, you know, type of thing. So, right. And that's kind of, and like I mentioned, the Jack Kirby case, that being resolved and them being able to, you know, get what they got and whatever they talked about behind the closed doors and everything really kind of got the momentum for us to be able to say, all right, come on, let's resolve this now. Like, what are we waiting for? There's no reason why this can't be resolved.
And you were the only one that could get this resolved, right? Because you're direct family. Mm-hmm. Like nobody else was allowed to do this on his part, which I find astounding.
Well, yeah, it falls on the relatives within 75 plus 3 years. the plus 3 throws me off every time, but whatever. They give you that little leeway after 75 years.
No love lost with Kane. Yeah, no, I imagine.
I don't really like to rip on him. Like he did it to himself just fine.
Right. He's a lot like Stan Lee was for Marvel. Like he was Batman's biggest. Hey,
yeah, they were best
Batman
friends
over here. Batman over here. You know. Well, he pretended to be Batman's friend. That's all it was. It was a big show. Batman made him a lot of money.
Yeah, but I mean, Stan and Bob were best friends. So of like minds of same character. They were both kind of shady people and took advantage of people around them.
Well, they were the idea guys, right? And often the idea guys are not the guys in the trenches doing the work. They're the guys who come up with, you know, and then it's all the accolades go to sometimes to the wrong people. So like you say, it's just a virtue, I think, of hubris and ego.
Yeah.
And you know, having a part to play in it, as you've acknowledged, but at the same time, maybe amplifying the importance of that part. And like you say, if you're an artist, you're not thinking about all that. You're just drawing.
You're creating because you're a creator. When you're an artist, when you're a true artist, that's what you're consumed with is your creations, whatever that medium is.
Correct. There's a great irony that when you die, your paintings are worth millions, and when you're alive, you're trading them for a bowl of soup. Right?
It's so true. I mean, I'm not trading my paintings for a bowl of soup, but yeah, it's not millions of dollars.
Very rare that living artists reap the rewards of that. So now, who did he create? Not just because I saw earlier, like Batwoman, Catwoman, like Gotham.
Oh yeah, I mean
I never knew he created Wildcat until not that long ago. Like I had no idea. And he's always been. I'm surrounded by cats. Cats are a thing around here. So
I'm very feline. I love Felix the cat myself.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone asks me who my favorite. Okay. So they asked me who my favorite character is, and they expect me to say Batman, but it's not. It's Wolverine. But in the Batman universe, Catwoman.
A hard take. You heard it here first. She said Wolverine.
Canadian. I'm just saying, Canadian.
She grew up. She grew up in the 80s. You know it.
Oh yeah, I'm an 80s girl. Come on, Thundercats.
Oh wow. So Wolverine. So that's your favorite character, and you were saying that Wolverine's your favorite character. You were saying Wolverine's your character.
Yeah, and no, but like in the DC world, Catwoman is my favorite because she's not on either side. She's on her own side.
Don't believe that. Facts.
Yep.
And she'll play all sides if she has to, and you know that's kind of the way it is for women in general, unfortunately. So you know, I think that he was pretty spot on with bringing her into the fold there. Some other characters like Alan Scott, like you're showing here, he did co-create Alan Scott. For Timely, he wrote the first team up for the All Winner Squad.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So that was number 19 for the All Winners.
I've always loved this Green Lantern. I'm a Hal Jordan fan through and through.
Okay.
Parallax the whole bit, but Alan Scott, I got to meet. Oh God, what's his name? Martin Modell.
Yeah.
I got to meet him when he was crazy old. He did a convention in Daytona, and I wasn't smart enough I wasn't in autograph mode back then, but I did talk to him for about a half hour, and
Oh,
he just
nice.
loved. I wish I'd had now then. Like I was 17, 18 at the
Oh,
time.
wow.
I didn't know what to ask him. I just about the same time I met Alan Moore and had no idea it was Alan Moore. I talked,
Wow. Okay.
but yeah, but what do you like? I'm not gonna. I guess I got to put you on the spot on this one. What would your grandfather think about Alan not being heterosexual anymore?
Oh my goodness. We're going to talk about this.
Oh,
Well,
are
just
we gonna
real
talk
quick,
about this?
like,
So,
because
okay.
it threw me for a loop. I didn't see that coming.
I actually got into a little bit of a tiff with a guy that was working at the time, my local comic shop. Okay. And I had nothing against this guy. He was super nice. He was a gay man. Like, I had no problems with him whatsoever. Like, I have no problem with it. Okay. Like, I really don't. But I'm going to be firm and I'm going to be really, really blunt because that's who I am.
Blunt or blunted?
I was like, how dare they? How dare they do that to a character that my grandfather created? Do they not know? Do they not understand that he and his son didn't speak to each other for a long time because my father was gay? Like, why would you do that? Like, it's so insulting. It's insulting. You want to have a gay character in the Green Lantern world with Alan Scott? Please. There is a plethora of people that would love for their character to be brought into one of these big titles. Plethora of this. Out there, I've met them at conventions. They're like, here, look at my comic. What do you think? Can you do anything? And I'm like, I can't do anything. I'm just a math teacher. What do you want me to do?
I'm just a math teacher. Back up, Jack.
but you bring an interesting point, you know, and if I can interject for a moment.
Of course.
I think your point is well taken in that there's a personal connection there to your father who had a personal issue with his son from what you just said, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
so there's a history there, and also a very complicated history. And then on top of it, as you say, you know, you can create a character that absolutely represents the diversity that we live in and represents all the best and the worst of anything you want. And you don't necessarily have to rewrite a character once somebody is deceased, no longer has a say in it. And maybe knowing the history too, as you said, for you felt a little personal and misguided. And so I get that. And that's not a knock. That's not a knock on any lifestyle choice.
No.
That's
And so
that character.
yeah. And so this gentleman that at the comic shop that I was having this little discussion argument with, he's like, but you know, he represents that. And I'm like, no, he does not. That was not the purpose of the character. And he's like, but it doesn't matter. And I'm like, but it does.
To you, it does.
But it does.
It's not just me, though.
No, but
this is an original Green Lantern. Right. Without him, you wouldn't have a Green Lantern universe that you have right now. So leave him alone. Leave him alone.
I mean, yeah, you can put them back and lock them away again for 30 years and bring them back when you need them. But yeah, there was no, and they didn't really do anything with it either. That was the real problem I had after I found out. Like they just did it to do it
for shock value. Then that's
the way I felt.
Well, yeah, So the whole woke movement, again, like we were talking a little bit about Hollywood before we started, it's disgusting what it's done to our pop culture across the board. Music sucks, and it sucked for a long time. There's nothing original really left in TV or movies unless you really search out for indie films or horror. Horror is the only one that does anything that has any kind of anything that's interested. The special effects, sometimes the story, sometimes the lore, sometimes it's just the actor, sometimes it's the gore and just the bloodiness of it. It just, whatever it is, they need to stop. And during that whole time, the comic industry suffered, and it's still suffering because of it. And as it should have, it died quick because the fans knew that's not okay.
Yeah, there's no substance to it. But to bring everything back to reality, brown suit or yellow suit Wolverine?
Oh, there's only one answer.
The yellow, of course. Come on.
No pressure.
But War Chest has a great question. Is if you could ask Bob Kane one question, what would it be?
Oh, no.
Probably be more of a statement. Should I skip this one?
I don't feel like that's going to go quite.
That's a great question. What would I say? What would I ask him? I mean, I guess I would really want to know why he felt like he had to cut his friend out instead of really, supporting him. Because without
it did seem like they were friends, right? I mean,
supposedly in the beginning they were friends.
Yeah, they hung out late at night. Bill ate chicken soup every night, working behind a typewriter.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess I would just really want to know why he allowed his ego to really destroy something that was awesome. I mean, had he treated Bill better, I think even better stories would have come out of it. I think that if he had the proper support, he would have flourished even more, and you would have more Bill Finger stories to talk about in more genres of comics and
100%. 100%. So War Chest also wants to know, what role did fans, historians, and people like Mark Taylor Nobleman play in helping your family? The guy from, well, you know him, but Snape, it's the guy from Bill Finger and Me. He did the documentary.
You mean Batman and Bill?
Batman and Bill. Yeah, see,
Cool.
Batman is the title to Bob Kane's autobiography.
Okay.
These are bad, folks. These are bad. Don't try to be professional. Don't try to be professional. Not on this show.
To answer the question, there were so many people that helped get this resolved. I mean, yes, when it came down to it, I was really the only one that could go to the courts and say, hey, I'm going to fight for this. But there were so many people out there that I had no idea about, because I didn't grow up in this culture. I didn't go to Comic-Cons, or I didn't even read comics. I was creating art. I was watching animation because I was going to potentially play with going into animation for school and things like that. So that's kind of like where my focus was.
Okay.
I had an appreciation. I mean, I read a few Batman comics and things like that, but it really wasn't my thing. Even back then, I was reading like Stephen King novels. I was like, give me the horror, please.
Right.
And
I heard you were a huge horror fan. That's awesome.
So, I lost my train of thought. I hate it when I do that.
I do that.
We were talking about all the help that you got when you were going.
Oh, yes. Okay. So, not being part of the culture and then coming into it, my first convention in 2014, and right before all of that, people would be reaching out to me, and bits and pieces would leak out there that I was out there in the world and that there was somebody that potentially was going to be doing this. And then when I came out to the first event and people were actually like, oh my God, like, I knew about your grandfather. I'm like, you knew about my grandfather? Like, really?
So was your first Comic-Con, you worked it instead of going to it? Is that what I'm hearing here?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's awesome.
I mean, okay, officially in the 90s, I went to a Comic-Con at one of the hotels in Boston, but it was more like a flea market with
Yes.
comics.
Yes.
Because this was the
90% of Comic-Cons
90s,
are that.
you know?
Yeah.
That's the way it started.
So, I mean, I went to, I guess that's considered an old school one, but
Yeah.
I mean, it had like antiques and other stuff there. So I didn't really think
Right.
of it as like, and I don't know if they had panels or anything there, but
Right.
whatever. But really, the first one I went to was Wizard World in 2014 in St. Louis. And that's where I did my
Wow.
first panel, and I did 2 panels. I was so nervous.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're surrounded
That's
by all these guys
great.
that are like in issue 222.
Oh my goodness. Well, the first panel that they put me on was pop culture in 1939. And I'm like,
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yes, this is Finger's granddaughter, Athena.
That's great, Athena. But you held your own. You didn't give up. You didn't give up.
oh no, it was really funny. I contacted my friend that was like leading me by the hand with all of this stuff. And I'm like, do I need to do research for this? Like, he's like, no, you can sit there and not say a word and just look pretty and smile and you'll be perfectly fine. And I'm like, okay.
Maybe you were the girl in the room at the time. Okay.
Wow, that's insane. But yeah, like your grandfather, he created Alfred. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the Rogues Gallery came from him.
he came up with Gotham.
Gotham
alone is. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't have Batman without Gotham.
He even came up with the green kryptonite.
Yes, and I actually did that as a painting.
What?
Yeah, I actually did that exact
That's
image
awesome.
recently for a show that I
That's
did.
awesome. I haven't seen that picture on Instagram. Come on, you're
And
slacking.
it's on there. I believe
Is
it.
it? Ah,
Ooh, maybe it
he
not.
wrote,
I'll
he
share
wrote an
it.
episode of Sunset Strip, or a
Yes,
few of
he
them.
wrote some of that with his friend Charles Sinclair.
And there's the great song.
Fine.
Yeah.
So good.
I have the American
Electrification Board.
version, not the Japanese version.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Very cool. And there's also a GoFundMe for Bill. Because those Hollywood stars are not cheap, boy, and they don't just give away.
Not. There's more than $399, but we're nowhere near what we need. I haven't really been pushing it lately. I've been a little busy with like life. And I didn't get the momentum that I was hoping after Batman got his star. I was really kind of upset that they didn't have Bill get one before a fictional character got one. I mean,
right.
Bob Kane's there, you know.
It took him forever to get Adam West on
they're
there.
all on that corner right there. Like, come on. Like, what are we
Bob
waiting
Kane's
for?
got a star there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, of course he does. He had a lot of money. A star is money. And that's what it is.
Yes.
You have to have a name, but the star is money.
Sure.
So, I mean, I was advised to raise the money. So I did the GoFundMe and people shared it. And I was like, come on, there's got to be 75 people that will donate $1. 75,000 people. Come on. Batman is world. Like, we got billions of Batman fans. I'm not asking for $1 from 75,000 people.
Hey, I got $20.
I mean, I had some people give some money, but it's like other people are like, well, why is she asking for the money? It's like, because you want to show them that you have the money. You got to show them the cash.
Right.
Well, and
yeah,
again,
and then other people
cash
are
greases all wheels.
And the disconnect between, you know, getting credit and getting money, and then getting royalties, and like there's leaps and bounds, right?
Yeah, they think that I have Bruce Wayne money. I'm sorry, that's not the reality. I have to work like everybody else.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
In fact, I lost my job and I have to sell my house. So I'm a real person like everybody else. And the reason why I would put it out to the fans, and this is really why I was doing it, and that's why I'm a little sad that it didn't get the momentum, was I was really giving the fans an opportunity to be part of the history of getting Bill a star.
Yeah.
Right.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
you want to be part of that and say, hey, you know what? I donated $5 and now Bill has a star in Hollywood like he's supposed to. But nobody really caught on to that. So I'm going to try again in a little while. I'm just kind of
Well, when
people.
you
I don't
get
want to
it,
ask for money right now. Things are really kind of crazy in the world. I'm just like,
Fair.
yeah,
I'll
the
leave it
world's on
alone for a
fire.
little bit.
You say it all the
That's
time.
fair. Timing is everything. Yep.
Well, I think what I'll try to do is make the push right before the 90th, which is coming up soon. So I think
Yep.
that's when I'll try to, like, during the 89th year, I'll start pushing it again. And
We got a couple Batman movies coming as well, so
Mhm.
And
we might have a shot at it.
is a New Yorker. Bill was a New Yorker, or
Yes, he was.
Oh,
He
yeah.
would not leave New York. He was born in Denver, Colorado, though, but he grew
Okay.
up in New York. He actually divorced his second wife because she had to go to California to go take care of her son, and he refused to leave, so they got a divorce.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he was a little weird
He was a
about
cab
that.
driver too, wasn't he?
Huh?
He was a cab driver as well, wasn't he?
I don't think so.
I thought I heard somebody say he was a cab driver, but
Um,
I knew he was a shoe salesman.
He was a shoe salesman, and then he got into the writing. I think that's pretty much all he did.
Yeah, I was asking
after-
a little
Okay.
bit about Bobby here, making the point of kind of a statue of his hometown, and I was thinking, or get a street named after him, because I know in New York they just recently named a street after the creator of another comic book, who wasn't.
So
You
Bill was
mean
another first for that.
Kirby
Bill
Street?
got his street name in 2017 in Poe Park.
Okay.
Bill Finger Way.
Bill
in the
Finger.
Bronx.
No way.
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
There you go.
That's something I didn't know. Damn.
That's something.
That's another first. I mean, before Stan Lee, before Kirby, before everybody else, he got that street in the
Well,
Bronx.
again, like, he's synonymous, and New York is really synonymous with Gotham, right? It
Oh
is-
yeah, I mean, people want to claim that it's Chicago, but he
It's
never
not.
went to Chicago. He lived in New York.
You saw the old Chrysler building with
Well, there's a
car
couple
park.
different versions of New York the way they do it in the comics. It's just like Metropolis is New York, Gotham's New York,
Mhm.
and then you get Hell's Kitchen from Daredevil. You know what I mean?
Right?
They
I thought
all
Metropolis was more like
Oh.
LA though.
I thought so too. I always
Okay.
thought Metropolis was more of an LA vibe.
Yeah. Without the palm trees.
right there.
But
You go.
all the arrogance.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's a horrible thing to say, but that's kind of like what I got from.
Well, a lot of those guys, I mean, they
Woody.
were born and raised in New York. I mean,
Yep.
Oh
all
yeah.
the offices were there.
Mhm.
Until you could start faxing in your papers, and then now you just do everything digital, and it's crazy. But this
Yeah.
was your grandfather's first real connection to Batman on paper, right? Like where they gave him credit for doing something for Batman.
Right, was for the TV show for the Clock King. Yeah,
The Clock King's Crazy Crimes.
yeah, and he got to see it at the studio with Charles, as the story
Make-
has been told, and got to see it
Right.
in color.
That's awesome.
And got to see his name first.
Awesome.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Charles made a big point to do all that for him. I guess your
yeah.
grandfather was like, hey, can I finally get a little bit of credit? And Charles was like, damn
You
right.
got it. Got it, brother. I got to meet Charles. Charles was a lovely
Did you?
man.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And he gave me the one piece of artwork that Bill created.
No way.
Yes. It's a statue
awesome.
about this big.
Okay.
And it's a woman's figure kneeling down. And it's modeled after my grandmother.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That is awesome.
That's cool.
Especially because we do a statue and high-end comic show around here. So
Statues. Who
it
does
works out perfect. Triple C, what you doing, brother? But yeah, I mean, there it is, Batman and Bill.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look at. I'm actually gonna have to watch this.
No, it's really good. It's
Good. You need
almost a
tissues, but it has
tearjerker.
a happy ending. That's what I tell everybody. You need tissues, but it has a happy ending.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I mean, it could have gone completely different and it could be a completely
Oh.
different story. But, you had asked before about people who were, one of your watchers was asking about people who were helping me out with all of this stuff. And one of the things that actually did play a role is like all of the old timers had aged out, and it was all the fanboys and girls that are in the industry now who were told by the old timers the true stories of where these characters were coming from, and the old, you know, whatever, shoot the shit, and what we did in the bullpen and what we did out of the bullpen, you know, like,
Right.
you know, so a lot of them, when I first went to DC to get a tour back in 2008, a lot of the people were like, oh, I know exactly who your grandfather is. You know, you should really get the recognition, blah, 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 blah. And that was like 98% of the people that I was introduced to in all 3 floors of DC at the time in New York. I was like, okay,
Right.
okay. Let's do it then. Just instead of telling me that you know it, now let's just do it.
Right.
You know?
No, seems like a simple fix on the outside. I mean, I'm sure it was a lot of hoops to go through, but yeah.
Exactly
it was.
So when did it start for you? When did it start for you? And when did it start for you? When did you pick up the mantle from your dad on the legal side of it, like the actual litigious side of it? And when did it come to a close where you finally could put, you know, paper to name here that you see on these recognitions? How long did that journey take for you?
Well, my father passed away in 1992, just a couple months before my 16th birthday. So that's when I had the honor of inheriting this mess that I had no idea what to do with and was discouraged from doing anything with, because I didn't come from a family that had $1 bajillion.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm sure lawyer fees were not fun.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, my sister, being an attorney, was able to navigate a lot of it, which obviously helped with a lot of having the costs go outside of the family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is a huge part of litigation.
Right. I mean, we did have to obviously have some outside counsel, and that obviously was a cost. But my sister, when she was in college, in law school, her area was copyright. So she actually made some contacts that she was able to reach out to. And in Boston, the Artist Council did a pro bono, initiating everything, doing the first paperwork and looking at the copyright law from 1976 and making sure that, that we do have a leg to stand on and that we have the proper whatever we needed, which again, Bob Kane's words helped with a lot of that. A lot of the research that Mark did helped with that also. So again, it really took a lot of people to make this happen.
Admits it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so when did that come to a zenith? Like, when did you actually get first of all, when was that, and how did that feel the day that happened?
That was in September of 2015 when I got the phone call that it was resolved and that he was getting the byline and all of that. So
now the byline was in a actual Batman comic at the time, right? That's the first time it happened, was in the comic book.
No.
And then we started getting no.
When was it? Well, when was it?
I was lied to then.
This is a piece of trivia.
Google.
So officially, if you look on the DC website, it would say Dawn of Justice was the first time that his name was added, but that's not accurate. Well, actually, Gotham, the TV show Gotham, was supposed to be the first for the small screen. Big screen was Dawn of Justice. Small screen was supposed to be Gotham. At the time, Gotham was on at Monday night. What is on Sunday night, Monday morning at midnight?
Oh, I'm bad at this.
You're talking to the Star Wars guy. You're gonna have to tell me.
Robot Chicken.
Oh my God!
No way.
He was the first to do it. He beat everybody.
Did that? That's crazy.
What?
Because that particular Sunday night, he was doing his DC special.
What?
And
Dude, those are some of the
he
funniest
beat
things you've ever
everybody.
seen.
He beat, yes.
So you had a skit with Bill Finger on it. They popped.
No, he does
His name.
parodies. If you've ever watched Robot Chicken,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
hilarious. Okay,
Yeah,
so he did a DC special that came out technically Monday when it was okay for him to put the name on there,
That's
because
amazing.
that's when it was officially coming out on Gotham, was that Monday night.
That's amazing.
So Seth scooped him. That's great.
That is
That's
so
great.
good. So good. It's so
PK,
good.
what you doing, brother?
So
But yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so I have a lot of respect for Seth. He's actually, there's a photo of him wearing a Bill Finger button. Little photo of Bill Finger on his hat at San Diego Comic-Con at a panel.
Right
before the credit even was a thing. I mean, I
Okay.
was, oh my God, like he knew. That's so
Right.
awesome.
I got to meet him at Protest last year. He's a creepy little dude, but he's pretty cool. Definitely.
I'd like to meet him just to be like, thank you. You know what I mean? Like the people who, before everything went down, like they knew.
Well, we'll come by and pick you up. We'll take you to Joe Fest. He'll be there. And
oh yeah.
He had a panel last year. It was great. And I got to meet him in the crowd once.
Oh, nice.
5 minutes, but he was normal. He was approachable. It wasn't, some people are very standoffish, but these are Athena's photos from Instagram. Not photos.
Yeah, these are all samples of artwork that I've done.
You drew this, Athena? You actually?
And this,
I painted
this
all
is
of
the
these.
original,
Yeah, these are all painted.
and that's hers. I mean, that's.
So are you working with acrylic, oil, your style?
It's acrylic.
Okay.
I use really cheap paint. My large scale paintings I do on bed sheets. This one was done on a small canvas. This one I actually did for the Rainbow Batman. I actually did that for a friend of mine in Orlando. He was very generous and gave me like thousands of dollars worth of scuba gear. And I'm like, what? And so as a thank you present, I painted the Rainbow Batmans for him.
Oh, this is really,
this is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah,
I'll never understand where they were at when they came up with Batmite, but
that's a Bill creation is Batmite.
Oh.
Is it really?
Yeah, he created Batmite.
Amazing.
All the good ones came from him. Come on.
Right? No, it's outstanding. I mean, he had a hand in the Riddler, and it just goes on and on and on.
Oh yeah. Mad Hatter.
This is amazing. I missed my chance. I missed my chance to meet him and get his autograph, but I saw this and I was like, oh, lucky.
Yeah, that wasn't the first time I had met him. The first time I had met him was in 2015, I think it was. They were doing a Batman panel at the Palais Center in New York, and he was there with Kevin Smith and a couple other people. Chip Kidd and Mark Nolan was on the panel, and that was the first time I met him. I was like, oh my God, because I was obsessed with the animated series for a long time.
Right. Yeah, we were talking about cartoons earlier, and yeah, that's right in there. That was.
Oh yeah. So
the first episode was Catwoman. You had to love it.
Oh yeah. Come on. That's the other cat suit that's amazing. The Michelle Pfeiffer suit and then the animated gray suit that they came up with her are amazing. Those two suits are my favorite for her.
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, I was going to ask you earlier, who was your favorite? What is your favorite version of Batman? And just your favorite version of Batman. Who captured Batman the most for you? When you look at it and you think, knowing kind of the history and the intent and all that.
So couple things there.
Okay.
First of all, anyone who puts the suit on brings something to the character, even with the nipples. Okay, like it is what
Schumacher,
it
you
is.
bastard.
Nice.
Okay, but it is what it is. He was trying to be campy and stupid
Yeah.
and silly, and that's
Yeah.
what he made, and it was campy, stupid, and silly. Nobody likes it, but we all laugh at it, and we still watch it once in a while because it's funny and it's to be laughed at, right?
Yep.
But Michael Keaton has a special place, of course, as most people from the 80s during that genre of the Bat craze. I loved him from Mr. Mom, so I was super psyched to see him do something else. I was young, I was like 12, 13 at the time. So it was like,
Wow.
like I know that there was a big uproar about him because he was a comedian and stuff, but I was just like, whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
even back then, I had a huge appreciation for Tim Burton. Pee-wee's Big Adventure is one of my favorite movies, which is his first featured film.
Yeah.
And so and Beetlejuice, the original Beetlejuice, like all of that, that's what I was going for, was all of that component. And then I really liked Michael Keaton because like Mr. Mom was like one of my favorite movies, you know? Come on,
Yeah, when they said
baby.
when they said Keaton, I was like, all right, well, this is going to be a fun Batman. And
No, but he had also done some serious stuff right before that movie came out. So,
right.
I mean, again, I was young. So, anyways, Keaton has a special place in my heart, like I was saying, to answer your question. Now, if you want to discuss about an actor who is able to pull off both elements of Bruce Wayne and Batman, that would have to be Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck did a really good job as both characters in the same film.
He was a huge Batman fan, so that really helps. You can feel that
he really pulled it off because some
Right.
are really good as Batman, but not so great as Bruce Wayne, and some are
Right,
really good as Bruce Wayne and not so great with the Bat. So
the new kid, he's really good as Batman. Bruce Wayne, not so much. But like Val Kilmer, he was a great Bruce Wayne.
I know, but with the Bat,
Batman,
not so great.
Not so much.
I did not have Ben Affleck on my bingo card. That was
most people don't because the Snyder movies get ripped on, which I mean, yes and no. There's good and bad with every film, okay? And I think Ben Affleck does not get the credit that he deserves because people love to rip on the film and not look at what he did with the character.
He was a great Bruce Wayne. Yeah. And a Batman. I mean,
and as an older Batman, I think he did an amazing job. It is not easy to pull that off. It really isn't. And I don't think he gets enough credit for it.
No, not at all.
Good call.
I was really hoping for a sequel with Deathstroke, but that's just me.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen what Ben would have come up with it as well, because he was supposed to do a solo film. So
yeah, that I was looking forward to actually.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, other people, of course, with Patterson, I got all the questions about the sparkly vampire, and I did not watch any of those films or read the books or have anything to do with any of that because I was like, what? I'm not 12.
Right. It turned out to be a really good detective
You're not
movie.
Team Edward or Team whatever? Oh my God, no.
No, I knew him from like movies like The Lighthouse. That's what I knew him from.
I knew him from Harry Potter. I knew him as,
See, I couldn't get into those movies either. I fall asleep every time they go on. I'm like,
oh.
My daughter loved the books. Me, not so much.
And now
a
you're
lot of reading every night before bed, let me tell you.
There you go. And now your favorite Batwoman.
That's what I read.
Who's your favorite Batman villain?
Well, I mean, Catwoman is considered a villain. She's my favorite. But she's not really. Like I said, she plays both sides of the coin. So
Well, they actually got married finally, so I mean that's a thing.
No, they did not get married.
I love it. Love it.
Creations.
There's so many. I mean, he created a lot of characters to play with when he was writing these stories. So
No, absolutely. I mean, who would come up with Robin, right? I mean, just
well, the whole reason Robin is a thing is because, internal dialogue was not accepted back in the late 30s, 40s, and 50s, 60s, 70s, even into the 80s. You were considered crazy if you were talking to yourself.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
not like
no.
now where you have tons of inner dialogue and it shows that they're having that inner dialogue with themselves and that they're not talking to somebody. So the problem back in the day is that they didn't have that concept. And so Bill was like, it's really hard to write these stories for him because he doesn't have anyone to talk to.
Yeah, if you're alone and trying to figure it out, you're not going to get that.
Inner
No, that's
dialogue.
like it drives me nuts in movies today. Like Magnum PI, half of that show was him talking to himself, and no other show does that. Movie show, like there's very
Right.
little internal dialogue, and that's how you can't get a book into a movie because a lot of books are inner
That
dialogue.
internal conversation that you're having
Right.
with yourself about the situation, that character's vision of what's happening in their reality and things like that. Yeah, it's sometimes it's really hard to get it to transfer over.
Right.
I mean, that was one of the problems with Stephen King's books because they're so dense with so much going on that it's really hard to pull out.
He'll spend 20 pages describing a park bench that he's walking by. That's
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he may have written the greatest book ever written in The Stand. And
Oh yeah, I read that, the extended one.
Yeah.
It took me like 2 years to read it, but I read it.
You can never make it into a movie.
real.
Because, like
I think they did a really good job with the miniseries that came out in the late 80s, early 90s.
Wasn't terrible. But
It wasn't terrible considering how much was in that book. I think they actually did a pretty good job pulling out like a lot of the key elements from it. Of course, they left out a lot, but as far as making it like, when I went to go see the original Pet Cemetery, I was so disappointed.
Oh yeah.
brutally.
Because the book is so good.
So good. Yeah.
The only other one that I think that they did a good job with, and I don't know how we got on this, but the last thing I'll say about it is the movie Christine, about the car. If you read the book, the movie's missing a lot, but I think it captured really what was going on in the book as far as like the dynamic between what was going on with the car and possessing him and him overcoming being bullied his whole life by everybody in his life. That whole thing. I think I think it translated really well when they did that movie.
I think you're right. I mean, imagine getting that script from your cast, your agent, and he goes, "Hey, read this script," and the guy's like, "Wait, does this say a car is killing people and eating people?" And then you must have been like, "This is absurd," but then it turns into a pretty good little movie for the 80s.
Yeah, but I mean, Maximum Overdrive was right before that, so that was like Killer Trucks, wasn't it?
Maximum Overdrive, I think, was after Christine, and it was terrible.
It was a comet that made everything that's inanimate animate.
So bad.
And they had the big Green Goblin semi truck for Toys R Us.
But someone had a question earlier, Athena. Tristan, what is your favorite Stephen King story? That's a great question.
And then we'll get away from Stephen King.
Yes.
Sorry.
Well, you're a horror fan, so we're playing into
right.
And I do have 2 questions when Shane gives me the.
That's tough because, it was so good. The book just blows the movies out of the water. I'm sorry, like no comparison. I think I would have to go with Christine.
Oh, okay.
Because I had watched the movie so many times growing up, and then I read the book when I was older, and I was like, "What? This
right?
is so good."
You see why they all got greenlit, and then what happens afterwards is too many.
Good answer. That's great.
Too many Indians, not enough chiefs in a lot of these movies. But Snape, you said you had some questions? Go for it, brother.
All right. Well, I thought, I guess one of the questions that I'd like to come
Do
up
it.
with is, what's the most, and this is funny, and you may or may not, what's the most memorable question a Batman fan has ever asked you? If you have
my
one where you just go,
goodness.
damn, that was crazy.
I hate to admit I have a real shitty memory, and some people have asked me some good questions. I mean, the one about Bob Kane, what would I ask him? Is a good question.
That's tough. I know that's putting you on the spot a
It
little bit.
is. I mean, because I've been
Well,
doing this a long time now.
give you, yeah,
Um,
that's fair. I'll give you an exit though. What
Okay.
excites you most about Batman's future? What do you think the future holds for Batman?
He's not going away anytime soon. I mean,
Batman's
even if
never-
the comic dies, he's not going away. I mean, he's interchangeable for number one, number two with Coca-Cola. He outbeats the mouse and everybody else. I mean, Coca-Cola is the only other one as far as recognition around the world. So he's not going anywhere.
And remember, the mouse does not own the bat.
No.
Oh,
Even though he tried.
Thank God.
good. No,
Another
Who
one
was
that
in-
doesn't get my money.
Right? Oh my God. We went to Star Wars and it's a fun ride. It's just not a thinking ride. But who was in charge of DC when all this started with you? Because
Paul Levitz was still running DC when I came into the
Okay.
picture in 2008.
Okay. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, just Golden Age Batman is amazing.
There's so many different titles now too. Like, I mean, that's the other thing. You go to the comic shop and like half the wall is Batman.
Yep.
It's not half the wall is DC. It's half the wall is Batman titles, whether it's the Catwoman or the Joker or Harley Quinn or Nightwing or any of the other ones that they've got going on with the Batman. I mean, doesn't Batman himself also have like 4 or 5 different titles at one time?
Have you seen Absolute Batman? Have you seen anything about that? Because that is nuts right now. People are loving it. I have a problem with my Batman and my Superman killing people.
So is this the one where they changed the origin story of Batman?
They changed everything. It's a Elseworlds.
Yeah, I have a real problem with this because, when I was at the Star, I don't know if you watched the live stream of Batman getting his star, but it was just about, let's pitch and push Penguin. Oh, and we got a new title coming out where we totally changed the origin story of Batman, and we really hope that you like it. And I'm sitting there and having to listen to this crap and be like, wow.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's hard enough for us as fans to swallow some of this stuff, but to be directly connected to it,
in my face. I was sitting there and they're saying this stuff to my face, and I'm like,
can't be. No,
that's insane. Did they at least invite you out for the Bat to get his star?
So, I love my friends at DC Warner Brothers. Let me just say. My connections that I've had there for a long time.
If there's anything we say that gets you in trouble, just
shift. I get disappointed because whoever runs their PR doesn't see the value of having Bill Finger's granddaughter, who represents him in the public, participating in more things. So during COVID, Batman was going to get a star during COVID, and they invited me to come out, and then they canceled it. Okay. They reached out to me, would you like to come out to do the star for Batman? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, of course.
Right. Yeah.
Then they canceled it. Then just not last year, 24, I hear that Batman's getting a star. Nobody gets in touch with me.
Oh.
And I'm like, so I reach out and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like, wouldn't you want somebody from the original team that made the character to be there? Like, hello.
Yeah, for
They're like,
real.
oh, you want to be there? And I'm like,
Duh.
Not
you
anymore.
guys are dropping the ball yet again. Like, what's going on? So it was, yeah. So I went out there for that, and they didn't have me speak. They didn't have me help pull the star off. They didn't have me do anything other than stand up. And when they introduced me, I was informed by friends of mine that were watching the live stream that they didn't even show me on camera.
Oh my God.
And he's like, the only reason I know that you were there is because I personally know you and know what you look like. So when they panned to the audience that was watching,
Right.
he's like, oh, I saw you in the audience, and that was the only reason why.
You would have no idea otherwise if you weren't connected. That's
The guy dressed up like Adam West probably got more screen time for real.
the fumble.
No, it was Burt Ward. Whoever the MC for that event was in love with Burt Ward because he kept having the man stand up during the ceremony. And I was like, why are you doing this? It's not about him. It's not about Burt Ward. It's really nice that he's here.
Right.
But why are you having him stand multiple times?
Right.
It was just weird. The whole thing was weird. And I was kind of like, why aren't you having me at least help pull the star off? Like the cover where they put, I'm like,
right. Yeah.
And so afterwards I would walk around and I'm like, yeah, so it's time for Bill Finger to get his star now, right? And I would get the
Oh God.
Sure.
Money fixes everything out there. That's all it is. They're just ridiculous.
But meanwhile, the fans who are pushed back behind the barriers are all screaming my name.
Right. Yeah.
Because they want me to come sign stuff for them. But the Finger family has no relevance or should, why should she be there?
Right.
It's very bizarre. The whole, again, whoever's running their PR is missing the mark on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, for real. That's just insane.
And
so he also created the Batmobile.
Yes.
That is amazing because the Batmobile is its own thing, for real now. It's completely taken over.
This is the original Batmobile? That's crazy.
That's the very first Batmobile was this red hot rod.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like it better. I like the red hot rod actually.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't blend into the shadows though. Come on.
Right. Bruce Wayne might be driving around a red convertible, it's just possible. He's using his own.
Kind of stick out like a sore thumb.
It's kind of what I liked about the Pattinson Batmobile is it was just a car. I mean, it was all jacked up and everything, but it was just a car. It was
just a car. It was badass. It was at the premiere. They had it at the after party. It was really well. They also had it at the Star. They had pulled it out for the Star and had it on display at the Star when they were doing that.
Now, when I was a kid, I got to see the '66 Batmobile, and it was one of the screen used ones, and it was felt. The whole car was like felt, and I just couldn't get over it. My dad, being a huge car guy, he's like, "Yeah." So there was zero chance of getting a reflection.
Glare. Yeah. Smart. I didn't think of that.
Right. Yeah, but I was just like, "It's felt. How do you?"
I thought they just used a matte finish.
Right. Yeah, I thought it was just a hot rod thing, but yeah.
Well, look, you just taught me something. I had no idea.
Yeah. One of the things that I think I was 6 or 7 when I first saw it. But this Batmobile was yeah.
Yeah, and I did that painting too of the car. That was a commission. That was one of my early commissions that I did. One of those.
Really?
That's cool.
Commissions. That's big time. And then of course
I do commissions all the time. In the middle of a commission for somebody, he has me doing his original character.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to do a sketch of one of his originals. But I do if you notice, a lot of those paintings that were that you shared were a lot of the Golden Age stuff.
Right.
Recreations of the either a panel or a cover or whatever. So That's what the fans typically like.
Yeah.
And he also created Commissioner Gordon, probably my favorite character in the extended Bat family. And he was actually in the first issue. So,
Yes,
like,
he was.
your grandfather just set everything.
He did. He
For
set up the whole world.
A lot of like daily comic strips put into one is what these early comics were. But to
Right.
just flush it all out, even in the first issue,
Well, the
it
first
blows my
issue,
mind.
again, he swiped the story. He only had a weekend to pull it all together. So, I mean,
Really?
yeah.
I didn't know
That's
that.
all they had was a weekends. And, Bob
Damn.
swiped a lot of the artwork.
Right.
But a lot of the artists were doing that just for time purposes. They would swipe each other's artwork all the time.
Right.
And Bill, I mean, on the spot, had to come up with something. So he took a story that he already knew.
Right. Well, I
adapted it.
I saw somewhere that he had scarlet fever as a kid. Somebody said that he was, I think it was Steranko that said that. And he read all these, that's when he started reading all these books. And he was so well read. He could just, that's how you come up with a story and dialogue, is by being well read.
Right.
But yeah, it's just amazing. In a weekend. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, when you're trying to make it happen, I guess you do what you have to do. But I mean, as he was in his career, he was not always timely with his work.
That happens with perfectionists too. They're always
and that's the
never
thing.
settle. It's never good enough. It's never, you gotta one more, give me one more shot at it.
Yeah. So it's something for sure. Deadlines can either be your friend or they can totally be your nemesis.
Right. Yeah, I have a tendency to wait till the last minute myself.
Well, ADD, we tend to do that.
But even back then, they killed the Joker, but he didn't die. I mean,
no, they brought him back to life because he was so popular. I did that
Right.
painting too. That cover.
Did you do-
That was like the second one I ever did. Was that one? Because
like-
a Catwoman. Come on,
That
in her
Catwoman was
beautiful purple dress.
It's really good.
There's her second appearance, I think. And then I always found it funny when they put an actual cat mask.
Cat. I know. It's so silly. And they changed the color of her dress and everything. She looks so good in
Right.
the purple and green.
But I knew Michelle Pfeiffer was one of your favorites, so
She did an amazing job as the character. And I mean, the poor woman was stitched into that suit and couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
And she's so tiny as is. Like, I couldn't even imagine.
If artists, she definitely suffered. Yes.
Oh, she did. She did. She got hurt, but she was fantastic.
just your the whip work alone. I mean,
yeah. She was a natural. They didn't have to train her. They gave it to her and she's like, all right. They're like, what?
looks like Bobby's got another good question. Have you thought about doing a book with you recreating some of the comic covers and how your grandfather has influenced your life, unless you've already done it?
I have not. I did have an art show at a gallery last year, which was all Bill Finger inspired characters, pieces. I know I need to write a book. I've been told since the age of 16 that I need to write a book. Okay.
Since 16. Oh God. Sounds like it's overdue then.
Yeah, but you know what? I just feel like, okay, well, I have to amend this now. For a long time, I didn't feel like I had enough to put into the book.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, there you go.
And I didn't necessarily, I'm not a writer. So I'm like, okay, I don't necessarily know where I want to start. So I just turned 50, April 1st.
It's funny how you
Okay.
and your grandfather switched
Oh,
positions.
congratulations.
He was the writer and you're the artist.
Yeah. My dad was a painter as well.
Okay.
On my 50th birthday, I got fired from my job for doing my job, and it was devastating. And I walked out after I was handed a box of my belongings and asked to leave. And came home and said, you know what? I think I'm going to start my book. And it's going to start, for my 50th birthday. I got fired.
It's a great, well, everybody that writes, our hardest part is coming up with the first line. And I think you had a
good one. Yeah.
And it was no joke. Okay. Yes. April 1st is a big joke day, but it was no joke.
That's just cruel.
I could go
cruel.
on about that. I mean, it was
very cruel.
He was not a nice person to work for. And a lot of people around me were surprised I lasted as long as I did, which was a year. Not very long.
These things, they forged in fire. That's the truth, right?
It's the universe looking out for me. I've been so excited about turning 50 because so many people my generation are like, oh, I'm turning 50.
No, it's the best.
And I'm like, I'm turning 50. I made it.
The best.
I freaking made it with all the craziness I put myself through.
Right?
I wasn't given a warning pamphlet. Like nobody told me that I was going to make it to 50 either. And you look back and you're like, how the hell did that happen?
I know there were many a times and I'm like, ooh, I probably should have not have gotten out of that, but I did.
I feel like every decade I was in a situation, every decade I was like, Lord, let me see 20. Lord, let me see 30. Lord, let me see 40. Now I'm like, Lord, don't let me see 90.
I know.
I don't want to reverse engineer it and gain diapers again. But anyway,
no.
we'll take it. 50 is a great year. For sure.
Unreal. So have you seen, like, we're big into toys over here. So like, this is the newest Batman that's but they've actually done some Golden Age Batman figures, which are really cool. But I didn't know if you'd seen any of these. Like, this is a statue.
I've seen a picture of that one.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to grab something real quick because this was given to me.
Oh, nice. Toys. We like toys.
You've seen it here first. Maybe.
Oh,
yeah.
That's great.
A couple of the guys that are listening probably have that.
I did on that.
Right?
Oh, I've got a bunch of stuff. People like to give me stuff. People are very generous.
Right? No, I've had a couple people give me a couple things just from this little podcast, and it's weird.
On my Instagram, there's a picture of me holding a cowl.
Oh yeah, we saw that. That was cool.
So there's two different cowls there. There's the one that has like the crooked ear, which I purchased that one, and then the other one, which is very clean looking, was a gift from this wonderful group in Colombia. They sent it to me for Batman Day a couple years ago, and they're like,
"Wow!"
I was like, "This has got to be one of the coolest gifts I've ever gotten in my life. Like, it's the real deal." And it came with like a stand. It's like this big. Like, it's big. It's
Woody makes a good point here. Yes. Your grandfather did help shape the minds of a generation that are now the old guys saying, these were the best years, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Many generations of people.
Yeah. So now
do you look at it this way, when Alex Ross does a painting of a character, that character has officially made it.
Oh,
well, that's the big question I usually get. There's two questions I usually get. One is, who's my favorite Batman, of course. And the other one is, what's your favorite Batman comic? And like I mentioned, I wasn't really a big comic reader.
Right.
But in my early 20s, one of my best friends from high school who was really into comics and toys and stuff, and he's the one that took me to that convention in Boston.
Awesome.
And and we were hanging out at my apartment. Like I said, I was in my early 20s. Like, Athena, you need to read this book. And it was Kingdom Come. He's like, I know you're going to appreciate the artwork in this. Because he knew that I was in art school for a little while. He knew that I was, looking at animation and things like that. Whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. And I was like, oh my God, this is so good. Oh my God. Like, I had never seen that style before. Again, I didn't hang out in the comic stores.
Right.
If I was in the toy department or the clothes department,
Nice.
Or I was looking at the records that they still like sold.
Oh,
Nice.
I miss those days.
Oh, I just gave that painting to a friend of mine.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, like this is.
Do you see what's in there?
It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, I didn't have the comparison.
Oh, you have to go back.
Go back.
You have to look at. Go back. Look in the keys.
Yeah.
Oh, in the keys.
Look in the keys. It does spell
Bill
out.
Finger. Yes. Bill Finger's in there. That's so cool. Good for you. That's awesome.
Great job.
That's awesome.
I know the keys are all wrong, but whatever.
No, it's perfect.
No, that's even better. I mean,
Even
yeah,
better.
absolutely.
That's the second time I've actually done that image. I really don't like it.
You really don't.
The keys are so annoying.
Ooh, I bet.
Heiress of the Dark Knight. I like this title, by the way. This is.
Thank you. It's DC approved.
DC
No
approved, really?
DC.
Okay.
Yeah, and my business card had to be approved by DC as well.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, because I used one of the Batman logos on it, and they actually made me change the logo, which makes no sense considering Batman was written by Bill Finger for 25 years. So really, I could have used any one, but they limited me to like the 1942 one or something like that. I was like,
oh, interesting. So they pigeoned you into like a very specific logo.
Yeah, and I was like, why can't I just use the original one? Like,
oh yeah,
that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Well, that was too good. That's probably the problem.
Whatever. I guess they got to change things whenever possible, right?
Yep. And
So
there's
that was at the Star. Yeah, that was at
there's the
Star
Batmobile
ceremony.
right behind you. That's
Yep.
I didn't even notice that when I clicked the picture. It's great. And this is what I saw this and I was like, yeah, she's one of us. 100%.
It's so funny. My most best friend, who I consider a little sister, she's like, "That's my screenshot for you when you call me and text me. That's the picture that comes up." I'm like,
Perfect.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. That is
Oh, come on.
awesome.
For many years, my slogan was, "When in doubt, be silly."
There you go. No, I dig it.
Good motto to live by.
But yeah, I mean, that had to be something that finally see your grandfather get credit where credit was due.
It is really nice. I just need to keep telling the story so that more people learn.
Right?
Yep. That's where keep the
You ever thought about doing a podcast yourself? It seems like you have a little bit of time.
Yes, I have quite a few friends that are like, we need to do a podcast. And
There you go.
It's going to be very different. I have a friend who is a pirate who wants to do one with me, and we talk about stupid stuff and eat mushrooms. And then I have my best friend who's been my partner in crime since I was like 17, and we've got some wild stories that we want to talk about.
Those make the best partners on YouTube. A buddy of mine, him and his cousin go on, and they just go on and on because there's so much history. You guys know how to talk together without talking over each other. You don't have to learn that. That's a huge problem I have. I talk over everybody.
I do the same thing. It's the ADD. It really is. It's an ADD thing because we don't want to forget what we're trying to say, because you'll say something else, and then we'll lose what we wanted to say because we're paying attention to what you're saying now because it was different than what you just said a minute ago. But I really wanted to say something that was relevant a minute ago, but you've already moved on, so I'm going to talk over you, and I apologize.
Damn, that's it right there.
It's like you looked inside my head. It's like a bag of
Yeah,
cats
what
up here.
happened? What happened? Get out of my head. Get out of my head.
Listen, I've been living with it too, okay?
We are Gen Xers. True and true. Yes.
Oh, all
And I
the way.
refuse to call it ADHD, okay? It's ADD.
Oh, yeah.
I got CDO. It's like OCD, but in the proper order.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So what's next? What's next for Ms. or Professor Finger? What's on that? Now you do the Comic-Con circuit. Like, what's your schedule look like in terms of Batman?
I'm actually this weekend. I'll be in Allentown, Pennsylvania, at a
Okay.
convention. At the end of the month, I'll be at Space Coast Comic-Con here in Florida.
Awesome.
I will be at San Diego Comic-Con in July.
Lucky.
Well, a couple things there. The first year I ever went was the second convention I'd ever been to was San Diego Comic-Con. So what? And they presented me with the Inkpot Award for Bill. So I get passes every year. But I also go because I present at the award ceremony at the Will Eisner Awards. Is they give out 2 awards in Bill's name, one living and one deceased, for people who didn't get enough recognition in the industry.
Awesome. That's awesome.
I knew they gave out the one award for comic writing excellence, but yeah.
Well, good for you.
Cool.
So there's an awards. I didn't even know that. That's amazing.
Yeah. So Jerry Robinson started the Bill Finger Award.
Oh wow.
I
Nice.
want to say maybe in the 90s.
Okay.
Really?
I think.
Back when San Diego was San Diego.
When it was about the industry and not
when it
college.
was Comic-Con. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And it wasn't
like what MegaCon turned into.
Only fans, cosplayers. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. You know, the year that everybody was on strike in Hollywood and they weren't allowed to come to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Only certain people were allowed to because they were doing independent comic projects. Like Jamie Lee Curtis was there and a few other people. So that year, none of the celebrities were there. That was the best year. It was the best because you could move around. You could actually like talk to people. You could actually see people. You could get around the city a little easier. You didn't have the line for Hall H wrapping around the city. Like,
no doubt.
Because that was really nice.
Bring back the comics and Comic-Con for real. Bring back the people. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that's Comic-Con. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Shane.
No.
And then August I have UltraCon in West Palm Beach.
Nice. Minty.
No. Hold on a second. Daytona is in August. And then in September is UltraCon. For the next couple of months, and with the last job that I had to turn down a lot of stuff because my job was very demanding of my time. So
those have to hurt.
So
it was one of the reasons why I was let go is that he did not really listen to me in the interview, day 1 interview at the end when he's like, yeah, we're interested. And I'm like, well, I need to let you know that I have this whole other world that requires me to not be at work and traveling around the country a couple times a month, sometimes maybe once a month.
Yeah.
And
especially during con season.
Make it work. And then a week before he fires me, he's like, you're taking too much time off. How are you going to make it up? And I'm like, excuse me? First of all, I'm turning 50 and I'm going to Greece for a week. And I'm only going for a week instead of 3 weeks like I wanted to. So I don't want to hear it because you only turn 50 once.
Yep.
Believe it.
And Greece, you need more than a week.
How was Greece?
Greece was awesome. We were in Athens the whole time. It was their Easter weekend, so it was a lot of religious stuff going on. A lot of the locals were not there. They actually leave the city for Easter and go out into the countryside and go enjoy the holiday week because the schools are closed and stuff. So they go on
Okay.
vacation. So a lot of the people in Athens weren't actually there.
Oh, so it's got to be even
So
better.
it was
Less people.
interesting. There was a
Very
lot of
true.
tourists, but it was interesting the fact like day to day the schedules were different as far as what was open, what was closed, the hours that they had, if they had extended hours, if they had any out. Like it was just like
Wow.
it was like, okay,
Yeah,
I
good
think
luck.
we can do this. I think we can get there in time.
That's a good
Good
time to
luck.
go. Normally, Athens is crazy. We did Santorini and Mykonos and all the islands, which is, but we didn't do Athens because people just told us do not do Athens. Like it's a zoo, so you
Oh
probably
no.
a good time to go.
And the weather was good. It wasn't too hot. I mean, I would have liked it been a little warmer because I get cold easily, but it was like high 60s, low 70s the whole time. Like it was perfect for walking around the city.
All
Like,
right. Yeah.
oh yeah, like it was really good. Like I want to go to the islands for sure. Like I definitely want to go to the islands. And there is an island that you can go and live on the island. They'll provide room and board if you go and
What?
take care of the stray cats for volunteer work.
Okay,
Oh, dude,
you could
my
do
language.
that. You could totally do that.
Yeah, totally. I was like, oh my God, I want to do that.
You're gonna give me room and board to take care of stray cats? I am.
Yeah, you have to do some stuff in the
Bye,
morning
honey.
and then do some stuff in the evening, and you have the whole day for yourself to go do stuff on the island or whatever. And
Yeah, you could
Or
do that.
play with stray cats? No, I'm
I'm
totally,
like,
yeah.
I was all about that. I was in love with all the cats everywhere in Athens. My nieces were going crazy over that too. They're like, look at all the cats. I'm like, I know. I'm like petting all the cats. They're like taking
Right.
pictures.
Ah,
They're feral. Don't touch them. What's that? What's that? What's that?
They're coming up to me. I'm a cat person. Like,
Yeah. So
through and through. Oh, that is great. Snape, you got any more questions? You're the question guy here.
no, I think that was everything I had listed and more. What a great interview. What I mean, you could go on. I mean,
oh
'cause
yeah, I have to
you have a
yeah.
lifetime of stories, but I think for me, what an amazing insight into the origins of Batman, the people who really made it happen, the recognition that finally came to Bill, your journey, your relationship with it all. And honestly, thank you for sharing even the relationship and that story about your father, which I thought was, quite insightful and really, it's different when you're in it than when you're outside. And so you feel as a fan, you always feel like you own a piece of something because you bought a movie ticket. But the truth is you don't own shit. What you own is, your interpretation. You actually own of it because to you, it's your family legacy. And so
Yeah, it's a weird thing because Batman is so big,
Right.
and my story is unique, but at the same time, it's also not unique considering it was kind of the trend of what was happening. So it's been definitely a roller coaster with all of that. When I was teaching at the college before all of this stuff even really got any momentum, it was really hard to be on a college campus and see all the Batman everything everywhere and just be
everywhere,
constantly
everywhere.
reminded about
Yeah.
this looming thing that needs to be resolved.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I mean it had to be daunting. I mean, just the thought of it is so big.
It was in I didn't even really talk about Batman for 15 years after after my dad passed. I was just like not I mean,
No, that
like
would
I
do
said,
it.
my friend from high school that gave me Kingdom Come. Like obviously I told him because he was into it, but it's not something that I would go around and talk about. I
Right.
mean, I was so incognito about it that I would go to comic shops in the 90s and early 2000s and walk in and be like, all right, so let me check out what's going on here. I'm like, so you got any Bill Finger stories? He'd be like, what?
Who?
Yeah.
Bill
Too many fanboys working at stores.
I go, you need to get fired right now. You need no out.
Well, that's when you realize to educate people, right?
When the new Watchmen book came out, it was a Batman book, and I went there to get myself a copy and a buddy of mine a copy. And there was a stack of them next to the guy, and he's telling another guy, you know, how he knows how to handle comic books, and he's doing this with my comic book.
Oh,
So I grab another. He hands me it. I put it in the stack. I pull another one out. He did it like 4 times. And then finally I was like, can you not? I'll put this one in the bag for you. And the guy standing next to me is like, he works in a comic book store, but yeah, he doesn't know how to handle comics, does he? Like, I gave him 3 like 10s. They were absolutely perfect. And he turned them into 5s right
Just
before they
by
even hit the
shaking them. What an idiot.
No, stop, dude, stop.
damn it.
Yikes.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, this has just been awesome. I've followed you on Facebook for years, and it's like, I'm gonna be at MegaCon. I'm like, I can't go to MegaCon this year, son of a bitch.
Yeah. VidCon's hard. It's a hard show for me. Too many people.
Yeah, it's not what it used to be at all. But
Not.
yeah, oh, Athena, I totally want.
Hey, what's the racket?
Okay, get crazy.
This is tree sap. However, it's not your ordinary garden variety tree sap. This is from the Chul Mugra tree. It's native to Southeast Asia. Refined and taken in small doses, it's a natural sedative, but too much reduces its victim to a near zombie state.
Sounds like Cobra's working on some sort of mass mind control scheme. Deep Six to headquarters.
Flint here.
I spotted something weird, an island that's not on the map.
Impossible. The entire Earth's been mapped.
Well, something's wrong. Either my eyes or their map. Uh-oh, I got company. Cobra Rattler.
We'll be out there with Sky Strikers before you can say.
Roger and out.
Somebody's watching us on TV.
Yeah? Well, the show's over. We lost them.
Dude, are you kidding me? That